Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we will be talking about my dream sets for the very first Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park The Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion, and Jurassic World Rebirth. So let's get straight into it. Starting things off with a 4+ set. This would be the Raptor attack, and it would have 154 pieces, and it would retail for $34.99. It would come with a bunker and a raptor that pops out of a bush, and this would be based off of the scene where what's his name says clever girl, and yeah, this would just be a nice little 4+ set. Next up, we have the kitchen dinosaur attack. It would have 247 pieces, and it would retail for $39.99. It would come with a pretty big kitchen build and 2 raptors, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Next up, we have the T.rex and Gallimimus dinosaur hunt. It would have 372 pieces, and it would retail for $49.99. It would come with a Jurassic Park Jeep, a broken down fence, a log, a Gallimimus, and T.rex, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Last but not least, we have the T.rex and Velociraptor Visitor Center attack. It would come with a massive Visitor Center build, a Jurassic Park Jeep, a T.rex, a Raptor, a T.rex Skeleton, and a Titanosaurus Skeleton. And there would actually be 2 action features. One is one of the skeletons could explode, how they explode in the movie when the T-rex throws the raptor into them, and when the T-rex would stomp on like the ground of the visitor center, the banner from Jurassic Park would, fall down. I don't know how that would work, but I mean, the people at LEGO can figure it out. But yeah, now let's talk about what if LEGO and Jurassic Park The Lost World collabed. Today we will be starting things off with a 4+ set, and it would be the Compsognathus Beach Attack, and it would have 41 pieces, and it would retail for $14.99 or cheaper. It would come with a Compsognathus. For the first time, this would be a new mold, and some beach side builds, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Next up, we have the Stegosaurus encounter, and it would have 456 pieces, and it would retail for $45.86 or cheaper. It would come with an adult Stegosaurus, a baby Stegosaurus, and Dr. Sarah Harding. It would come with a log, a camera, a cage to put the Stegosaurus in, a nest, and a tree for the Stegosaurus to knock over. And overall, this would be a really good set. Next up, we have the Triceratops Mayhem, and it would have 534 pieces, and it would retail for $59.99 or cheaper. It would come with a Triceratops, 2 characters from the movie. It would come with a tent, a camera stand, a little campfire, a vehicle, and a cage to put the Triceratops in, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Next up, we have the Mosasaurus InGen Capture, and it would have 612 pieces, and it would retail for $99.99 or cheaper. It would come with a giant cage to put the Mosasaurus in. It would come with a nest and a Gallimimus. It would come with a motorcycle, InGen vehicle, and a little satellite dish, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Last but not least, we have the Bucking-Do Ambush, and this would have 984 pieces, and it would retail for $139.99. It would come with a giant camper build that they were in when the Bucking-Do T-rex attacked them. It would come with another InGen vehicle. It would come with a giant tree, which Junior is attached to, and it would come with the Bucking-Do T-rex, obviously, and it would come with 4 characters from the movie, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Now, if you thought that was cool, you would be even more excited about this one. Now we will be talking about what if LEGO and Jurassic Park 3 collaborated. Today we are starting things off with the 4+ set. It would be the Elasmosaurus paragliding set, and it would have 73 pieces, and it would retail for $19.99 or cheaper. This would come with a rock archway, a boat, 2 characters from the movie, Elasmosaurus, and a paraglider, and this would overall be a pretty nice set. Next up, we have the pterodactyl attack, and it would come with 87 pieces, and it would retail for $29.99 or cheaper. It would come with a cage, a bridge, some rocks, and it would come with 3 characters from the movie, and of course a pterodactyl, and this would be a pretty nice set. Next up, we have the Ceratosaurus ambush, and it would come with 206 pieces, and it would retail for $49.99 or cheaper. It would come with a jeep, a pile of poop, a Ceratosaurus, and 2 characters from the movie, and overall this would be a pretty awesome set. Next up, we have the Raptor egg capture, and it would retail for $59.99 or cheaper, and it would have 314 pieces. It would come with a male and female raptor, 2 characters from the movie, and a baby dinosaur. It would come with a lab build and an egg incubator and a test tube where you can put the tiny dinosaur in, and overall, this would be a pretty great set. Last but not least, we have the Spinosaurus and T.rex battle, and it would have 714 pieces, and it would retail for $69.99 or cheaper. Nice. It would come with a plane crash build, a tree build, and a JP3 Spinosaurus, and a JP3 T-Rex, and 4 characters from the movie, and overall, this would be a great set. Now let's move on to the Jurassic World franchise. So today we will be starting things off with a 4+ set. It would be the Baby Dinosaur Petting Zoo, and it would have 162 pieces, and it would retail for $29.99. It would come with a playground build, a little fence, and it would come with a bunch of baby dinos and some characters, and yeah, overall this would be a pretty good set. Next up, we have the Velociraptor Dinosaur Chase, and it would have 352 pieces, and it would retail for $45.99 or cheaper. It would come with a truck build, a motorcycle, and 2 Velociraptors, and some jungle side builds, and overall this would be a pretty great set. Next up, we have the T-Rex Main Street Attack, and it would have 612 pieces, and it would retail for $65.88 or cheaper. It would come with a little shop, a Spinosaurus Skeleton, and a T-Rex, and overall this would be a pretty good set. Next up, we have the Dimorphodon and Quetzalcoatlus Ambush, and it would have 728 pieces, and it would retail for $79.99 or cheaper. It would come with a Quetzalcoatlus and a Dimorphodon for the first time ever, and it would come with a helicopter and a giant aviary build, and overall this would be a pretty great set. Next up, we have the Indominus Rex and Mosasaurus Main Street Battle, and it would have 984 pieces, and it would retail for $149.99 or cheaper. It would come with the giant visitor center from Jurassic World, a little side shop, a submarine, and a Mosasaurus and an Indominus Rex, and overall this would be a great set to end the wave. Now let's talk about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The first set of this video would be the Raptor Attack, and it would have 285 pieces, and it would retail for $35.43 or cheaper. It would come with the classic Jurassic Park Jeep, and it would come with 2 jungle side builds, and Blue the Velociraptor and Owen Grady. And overall, this would be a pretty nice set. Next up, we have the Spinosaurus Discovery, and it would have 423 pieces, and it would retail for $49.99. I think it is important to note that the Spinosaurus in this set was made completely by EB Toy Universe. His channel is linked in the description, and I did not make this custom. EB Universe did. But this would come with a Spinosaurus, a gyrosphere, a truck, and a volcano side build, and it would come with the Spinosaurus, of course, a character from the movie, and a baby Ankylosaurus, and overall this would be a pretty great set. Next up, we have the Brachiosaurus Discovery. It would have 678 pieces, and it would retail for $65.98 or cheaper. It would come with an abandoned building, a Brachiosaurus, and a guard, and a truck, and overall this would be a pretty awesome set. Next up, we have the Baryonyx Lab Escape, and it would have 789 pieces, and it would retail for $99.99 or cheaper. It would come with the giant lab, a helicopter, and a Baryonyx, Franklin, and Claire Deering, and overall this would be a pretty great set. Last but not least, we have the Indoraptor Skeleton Rampage, and it would have 803 pieces, and it would retail for $119.99 or cheaper. It would come with an Indoraptor, a T.rex Skeleton, a Triceratops Skeleton, and it would come with Claire Deering, Owen Grady, and Maisie Lockwood. And overall, this would be a pretty great set. Now let's talk about Jurassic World Dominion. The first set of this video would be the Parasaurolophus capture, and it would come with 102 pieces, and it would retail for $29.99 or cheaper. It would come with Owen Grady's truck, a horse, Owen Grady himself, a rope, and the Parasaurolophus. This would be the first time we would be getting the Parasaurolophus from LEGO, and it would be pretty nice to see. This would be a pretty nice set, and yeah, The next set in this video would be the Mosasaurus boat attack, and it would have 302 pieces, and it would retail for $49.99 or cheaper. It would come with the boat and the Mosasaurus, the first molded Mosasaurus ever from Lego. It would also come with Maisie and Claire. Yeah, this would be a pretty nice set. The next set would be the Baryonyx ambush, and it would come with 508 pieces, and it would retail for $69.99 or cheaper. It would come with a little piece of the black market, and it would come with a little crate for a little dinosaur and a little carrier for a big dinosaur. It would come with Claire and whoever that girl is. It would come with the Baryonyx with a robotic arm. It would come with a Lycosaurus and a little baby dinosaur, but this would be a pretty nice set. The next set would be the Dreadnoughtus Encounter, and it would have 418 pieces, and it would retail for $79.99 or cheaper. It would come with the Biosyn Tower, and it would come with a helicopter and a giant, and I mean giant Dreadnoughtus, and it would come with Ellie Sattler and Ellen Grant, and this would be a pretty nice set. The final set of this video would be the Biosyn Battle, and it would come with 702 pieces, and it would retail for $119.99 or cheaper. It would come with the Giganotosaurus, the T.rex, and Therizinosaurus. That's where most of the price would go. And it would come with Dr. Ian Malcolm and Owen Grady. And it would come with a helicopter and a little lab Biosyn build with a car. Last but not least, let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay, we are starting things off with a 4+ set. This would be the Mutodon and Raptor ambush, and it would come with 67 pieces, and it would retail for $18.99. That may seem like a lot for 67 pieces, but with three molded dinosaurs, the Mutodon, never seen before as of recording, the Raptor, and Dolores. And it would also come with Xavier, but this would be a really good set, and it would come with a little side build, a little nest, and a tree, and yeah, overall this would be a nice set. Next up, we actually have my favorite set. This would be the Museum Meetup, and it would have 801 pieces, and it would retail for $60.44 or cheaper. It would come with a Titanosaurus build, a Mosasaurus build, and a Quetzalcoatlus build, and it would come with Zora Bennett and Dr. Henry Loomis, and this would be a really nice museum set. Next up, we actually have a really nice set. This would be the Dunglioslius Escape, and it would have 599 pieces, and it would retail for $64 or cheaper. It would come with a Dunglioslius, of course, and Martin Krebs and Duncan, and it would come with a little side build, a pretty nice build, and yeah, this would be a really nice set, and it would be the first time we would get the Dunglioslius from Lego, and yeah, this would be a really nice set. Next up, we actually have a really nice set again. This would be the Mosasaurus and Spinosaurus boat attack. It would have 387 pieces, and it would retail for $79.99 or cheaper. It would have a couple of rocks for the sailboat to crash into, and the sailboat would be pretty good, and it would come with a Spinosaurus and a molded Mosasaurus. This would be a really nice set, and yeah. Last but not least, we have the Distortus Rex and Mutodon attack. This would have 902 pieces, and it would retail for $129.99. It would come with a sewer build and also a little gas station. And it would come with a Distortus Rex and Mutodon and all of the main cast from the movie. But yeah, this would be a pretty nice set. Well, anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Again, I want to thank you all for just being such a wholesome community. And anyway, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and goodbye.